the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
to us, Black excellence,
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
I mean, that's crazy. Business-wise for a long time.
But that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, like, and when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there.
Yeah.
Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
You see it.
Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that.
What do other celebrities think about Diddy's party and his alleged dirty deeds?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Diddy is innocent?
Oh no, he's a weird guy.
Word around the campfire is that Sneeko met you at a Diddy party. He was like trapped in his bedroom.
Oh no.
That's what I heard.
Are you projecting right now?
No.
You're projecting.
Projecting, me.
Oh, yeah.
But what did Diddy himself think at that time about himself and the dirty things associated with him?
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch.
Jay-Z is once again in the spotlight after a new lawsuit linked his name to the expanding controversy surrounding Diddy. At the same time, 50 Cent continues to ramp up pressure on anyone even remotely connected to the situation. The tension is building fast. Diddy's legal troubles are stacking up, and his team is now seeking delays that could prolong the case for years. Recent court filings indicate that the number of people affected may be far greater than initially reported, signaling that this story is far from over. The stakes climb even higher with confirmation that Cassie is set to testify, a development that adds significant weight and credibility to the proceedings. As events unfold, attention is shifting toward the prominent figures tied to Diddy and how each may become further entangled in the escalating controversy.
Got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. Stop it, man. Just set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what's going on. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know, maybe I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things didn't let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long
They
time.
say you're a hater. They say you're crazy.
You do this, yeah, and now everybody's complaining my ass is hurting.
50 Cent has steadily become one of Diddy's most persistent critics, showing no intention of backing down as he publicly questions every connection and controversial move tied to the music mogul. During a recent podcast appearance, 50 alleged that Meek Mill was seen wearing coordinated outfits with Diddy at a party, an event he says he declined to attend after feeling uneasy about the invitation. According to 50, Diddy first invited him on a shopping trip, but he immediately turned it down, claiming the proposal felt strategic and uncomfortable. Meek, however, reportedly accepted, believing the association might boost his career, without anticipating that the decision would later attract scrutiny and add fuel to the ongoing discussions surrounding Diddy's mounting controversies.
20, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He didn't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got some shit. He started drinking. His pictures with him. Thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
His career, you can look at that as say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see their kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to
Jay-Z is no longer on the sidelines as his name continues to surface amid the expanding controversy, keeping him firmly in the public spotlight. For years, he and Beyonce have maintained visible ties with Diddy, and according to 50 Cent and other industry voices, those connections point to deeper, long-standing power dynamics within hip-hop. Some critics have gone further, arguing that Jay-Z and Beyonce's partnership appears rooted more in strategic business alignment than in personal bonds. With all three figures operating within the same elite circles and supporting overlapping ventures, it's easy to see why Jay-Z continues to be pulled back into the center of a controversy that shows no signs of fading.
Was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. We are still seeing a major effort to protect the big.
50 Cent appears determined to spotlight every prominent figure connected to Diddy, and his comments about Meek Mill and Jay-Z seem to be only the beginning. He has signaled that he intends to dig deeper, aiming to reveal more alleged ties within Diddy's inner circle. From 50's point of view, this is merely the opening phase of what he suggests could become a much longer list of names and connections brought into public discussion as the situation continues to develop.
You better believe it. Shout out Def Jam, be the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know?
Looking back at the circle surrounding Diddy in 2010, it's striking how quickly many once familiar faces later appeared to distance themselves, as if their close ties had never existed despite previously presenting him as a trusted ally. Artists like Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher were frequently seen by his side during that period, which makes the later shift even more noticeable. In May 2018, scrutiny intensified after Trump National Doral Miami was temporarily closed following a serious incident involving Jonathan Oddie, who later alleged he had been influenced and mistreated during a period he connected to Diddy. As more details resurface, the expanding list of names tied to that era continues to prompt difficult questions and keeps attention fixed firmly on the past.
Combs is facing new accusations of human trafficking as he awaits his federal trial. In a civil case filed in Florida April 1st, Joseph Manzaro alleges, according to court documents obtained by E! News, that he was drugged, transported against his will, and sexually maimed as a victim of a coercive and organized criminal enterprise facilitated by Combs and others back in 2015, and names celebs such as Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as witnesses in the lawsuit. In his filing, Manzaro says the alleged events took place in April 2015. He states that he lost consciousness after feeling a, quote, greasy substance resembling Vaseline as he opened the front door to his home, after which he says he was transported to another residence, where an associate of Combs allegedly told him that the music mogul wanted him brought to a freak-off event. Manzaro alleges in the suit he was secretly transferred to the music producer's home through a concealed tunnel allegedly connected to Gloria Estefan and Emilio Estefan's Miami property. He alleges that upon regaining partial consciousness, he found himself inside a large party area upon information and belief that it was a birthday party for Combs' then 17-year-old son Christian Combs. There, he was allegedly forced to appear in a penis mask. The lawsuit states, Jay-Z and Beyonce Knowles Carter were seated in the room, and upon seeing Manzaro, Beyonce Knowles Carter asked, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a penis mask standing here in front of me?" Manzaro alleges in the lawsuit that he was then forcibly paraded through multiple rooms filled with people who were jeering and taunting him.
High-profile individuals, including Jacob Arabo, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, and Beyonce Knowles Carter, are identified as witnesses due to their presence or knowledge of the events surrounding the freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. Wow. And freak-off, of course, is something that we've heard many times before, both in Combs' criminal case and other civil cases, to describe these prolonged sexual episodes, usually with sex workers. But Manzaro is suing Sean Combs. He is suing a man named Eric Mejias. He is suing Brendan Paul, who's been described in another lawsuit as Sean Combs' drug mule, Emilio Estefan, who is married to pop superstar Gloria Estefan, and Adria English, who filed her own lawsuit against Sean Combs, claiming she too was a victim of sex trafficking. By the way, it's interesting he's not suing these other celebrities that I mentioned, like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Gloria Estefan, possibly because he doesn't believe their alleged liability amounted to a civil claim, but seems to want to call them as witnesses at a trial, although I have to imagine they will do everything in their power to quash any subpoena should this case progress, and we'll talk a little bit more about what.
A newly filed civil lawsuit has pushed the controversy into even wider territory, naming Jay-Z, Beyonce, and LeBron James in connection with a gathering hosted by Diddy, where a man claims he was seriously mistreated. The plaintiff, Joseph Manzaro, alleges that in 2015, he was intentionally impaired, moved without proper consent, and subjected to harm as part of what he describes as a coordinated situation involving Diddy and others. These claims remain allegations and have not been proven in court, as the legal process is still ongoing. However, the scope of the case appears to be expanding, with speculation that additional names could emerge as scrutiny intensifies, prompting increased calls for transparency and accountability should any wrongdoing ultimately be established.
Really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I said, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all the memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff. But that one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome, and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that?
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It isn't just figures from hip-hop whose past associations with Diddy are drawing renewed scrutiny. Several prominent Hollywood names have also been loosely connected to his social circle over the years. High-profile stars such as Will Smith and Jennifer Lopez have long been associated with the same elite circles, which is why their past comments and appearances are now receiving fresh attention. Rumors about Will Smith and Jennifer Lopez attending Diddy's private gatherings have circulated for years, even becoming the subject of late-night humor on shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live. While Will remained quiet at the time, his more recent decision to speak suggests an awareness that anyone linked, directly or indirectly, to Diddy could potentially be pulled into the growing legal and public scrutiny surrounding the situation.
You throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
not that it's real enough.
I took a pill. But it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on the separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what does that mean?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Unlike many others linked to that circle, 50 Cent insists he has nothing to hide and no questionable history connected to the situation. He argues that numerous figures in Hollywood were aware of the kind of atmosphere surrounding Diddy's events and still chose to attend. In contrast, 50 maintains that he deliberately kept his distance, drawing a clear boundary and declining involvement in anything that felt uncertain or uncomfortable. He presents that separation as an intentional decision, emphasizing that he wanted no part in that environment and took steps to ensure his name was never associated with that lifestyle.
P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s and Kiki D said they paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So look, like you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries that went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood. And
I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily...
Another prominent figure now being drawn into the conversation is Leonardo DiCaprio. While his personal life has frequently made headlines in the past, attention has shifted toward reports that placed him at several of Diddy's widely discussed gatherings. What was once seen as routine celebrity overlap is now being reconsidered in light of the unfolding situation. As scrutiny intensifies around those associated with Diddy's inner circle, DiCaprio's reported attendance at those events has prompted new questions, adding yet another layer to a story that continues to grow more intricate by the day.
Docuseries that you've been working on. Diddy do it?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that long.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation.
Right.
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like it's like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
With brands, and they was ahead of me,
right?
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that, and then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Like behind the scenes, he would do some foul.
With 50 Cent's upcoming documentary on the horizon, many of the celebrities connected to Diddy are reportedly on edge, fully aware of the potential impact once it premieres. A project Diddy himself publicly acknowledged back in December 2023. Set to release in the coming months, the film is expected to go beyond Diddy's past, shedding a stark light on the influential network that once surrounded him. According to 50 Cent, this won't be a compilation of recycled gossip or shallow commentary. Rather, it promises an in-depth look at how Diddy's alleged operations functioned behind the scenes and who gained from being close to that power. That impending exposure is precisely why so many figures in the industry are quietly preparing for what revelations might emerge next.
That's what they f***ed up at. You can tell me Puff going away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the oh God of TD Jakes? Oh, I just don't want to be in the room where niggas be actually doing this, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who was it? He begging this out like a. Next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
No, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting. It's Carl Winslow, you know.
I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place.
Usher, Odell Beckham Jr., Terrence Howard, and Justin Bieber have all been drawn into the expanding conversation surrounding Diddy, with the list of notable names continuing to grow. Orlando Brown, despite his turbulent reputation, has repeatedly claimed to be aware of uncomfortable truths about industry figures who, in his view, present one image publicly while living very differently in private. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has suggested that some men may have compromised personal standards or self-respect in exchange for access, influence, or career advancement. Terrence Howard once described that decision as sacrificing authenticity for fame, and now, as scrutiny intensifies, many connected individuals appear uneasy, facing the reality that choices made years ago may finally be coming back into the spotlight.
How did that? Of all questions,
when did he miss that train?
How did that go?
That train might have left the
that
station,
train took
but
off
you
from
were
the
right
station.
there.
Yeah,
You were right there to get on that.
That train took off from the station for sure.
You were close.
Yeah. I wasn't at that train station.
You left early? You left early?
No, that was down the street from me. I wasn't there. No.
Did you ever meet Diddy?
Yo, what the
Bro, yo, I forgot you actually might have.
I've seen pictures with you there.
Cassie has now been confirmed as a key government witness, a pivotal development that significantly increases pressure on Diddy and raises the stakes of the case. Reports suggest she witnessed firsthand the inner workings of his operation, providing knowledge that will be difficult to refute or dismiss. As Gene Deal has highlighted, Cassie's civil lawsuit wasn't an isolated event. It helped spark the broader investigation and shifted momentum toward criminal scrutiny. With her testimony now secured, it is expected to serve as one of the case's most influential pillars, potentially reshaping the legal landscape as proceedings continue.
Here's a little bit more about what we know of Dr. Dawn Hughes. So it's in an exhibit that was filed in this case, and it's called Disclosure as to Expert Witness Dawn M. Hughes, PhD, ABPP. Dr. Hughes is a clinical psychologist and a board-certified forensic psychologist and a leading expert on sexual abuse, interpersonal violence, victimization, and traumatic stress. The following includes the anticipated opinions the government expects Dr. Hughes will offer regarding sexual abuse and victim responses to sexual abuse, coercive control, coping strategies during and in relation to sexual abuse, delayed disclosure, and memory of sexual abuse. Quote, the government expects that Dr. Hughes will testify about coercive control as a tactic of victimization, i.e. the state to process of becoming a victim, and a strategy to gain dominance across a spectrum of relationships. Coercive control often includes a variety of physical, sexual, and/or emotional tactics that together function to control the victim. Allegations implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co-conspirators around the world, and some of the key witnesses to the supposed incidents are dead. Basically meaning, how can we defend against it? The defense is not even permitted to share the identities of the individuals described in the disclosure letter with Mr. Combs until April 18th, further hampering defense counsel's ability to investigate. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini trials, certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. So this is an explosive allegation that on its face, I don't know if I necessarily disagree with. If they are bringing in evidence of uncharged conduct, wouldn't the defense have an opportunity to investigate it and challenge it? It seems like they're making a point. So if this evidence is allowed...
50 Cent may be the only figure bold enough to pull back the curtain completely. And with his upcoming docuseries, Did He Do It? On the horizon, the entertainment world is bracing for impact. When it drops, it's expected to tackle the story head-on rather than skirting speculation, potentially revealing layers that many hoped would remain hidden. This saga is far from over, and the ramifications could be significant as new details continue to emerge. The next chapter may deliver revelations capable of reshaping the entire narrative, so stay tuned and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay ahead of what could become one of the most explosive celebrity stories of this generation.